students, welcome back once again to the mathematics class. In this video lesson, I am going to discuss with you the remaining problems of this exercise 2.5 of polynomials chapter. Right? In this chapter, we were dealing the exercise problems and the introductory parts since 15 video lessons. Those who have not watched those video lessons, go into the channel playlist and click on that particular video which you want to get it observed. Okay, here today we will quickly start this. We will continue till 12th till 12th problem I have completed in my previous video. Those who have not watched that previous video, just click on the iCard here. And the 13th problem I have noted down here. See here, if x plus y plus z equal to 0, show that x cube, y cube, z cube is equal to 3xyz. Now here we know this identity, the formula here is x cube, y cube, z cube minus 3xyz, this is the formula, is equal to x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Okay, this is the identity. Always write the formulas or the algebraic identities in the box form. Yes, just to highlight it. Okay, here in this formula I'll apply this. If x plus y plus z equal to 0, let us apply here. If this comes to 0, 0 into anything comes to 0. So this becomes x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equals 0 into something is again 0, isn't it? So if this is 0, I can take x cube plus y cube plus z cube. If I shift this to the other side, it becomes plus 3xyz. So this is what we have to prove. Just simply keeping in the exercise, in the problem, just applying the formula, we got the problem. Yes. Now let's see the next problem here. In this, the B bit, in the 13th problem, B bit, I'll write it for you. Here show that a minus b here, a minus b whole cube plus b minus c whole cube plus c minus a whole cube in the textbook is equal to 3 into a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. The 13th problem, this b bit, show that this is equal to this. Now here if you see in the above identity, if we take, let x be equal to a minus b. Likewise, so y be equal to b minus c and z is equal to c minus a. So let us suppose them as x, y, z, this a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. Let us apply this to the formula here. This formula, we will write it again here. X cube. Here, the same formula we will write. This is z cube minus 3xyz equals to x plus y plus z multiplied by x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Okay. So, in this formula, we will substitute x values as a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. And before that, let me write x plus y. Okay, let me directly substitute. Let us substitute the values of x, y, z. Okay, here if you substitute this part, this is this part here. That is a minus b whole cube plus b minus c whole cube plus z cube is c minus a whole cube minus 3 into a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. Right. Now to the RHS part, x plus y plus z. So x is a minus b plus b minus c plus c minus a. Right. Multiplied by, here we have to write this. So a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square. No, we have, yeah. So I'll write it here apart. b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square minus x into y, that is a minus b into b minus c minus b minus c into c minus a, and we have minus c minus a into a minus b. So what I've done? In place of x, y and z, I've substituted a minus b, b minus c and c minus a in the identity. Okay. Now we will see here, if you see here this part to the LHS part, if you see here, if you see minus b plus b, here all these get cancelled. So you get 0, 0 multiplied. This is multiplication. 0 multiplied by anything is again 0. So this part becomes 0, the RHS part. Here this part is just a minus b whole cube plus b minus c whole cube, c minus a whole cube minus 3 into a minus b, b minus c multiplied by c minus a. This part completely becomes 0. Now here, if shift this to the other side, you get it as plus. So that is what we have to prove. So this comes to a minus b whole cube plus b minus c whole cube, c minus a whole cube. Now minus that side goes, so it becomes plus. So 3a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. So this is what we have to prove. Simply what we have done, we have applied in the identity x, y and z values as a minus b, b minus c and c minus a. Pause the video and note it down. 14th one, without actual calculating the cubes, find the values of each of the following. There are 4 problems in this. I have noted down only 2 problems. The rest of the 2 you do it for yourself. The first and the third I have noted down. Practice the rest of the problems for yourself. Okay. Here if you see, we shouldn't do the actual multiplication of the cubes, but we have to find the values. Now how do we find the values? Using the formula. Okay. Here if you see, if I'll suppose this x as minus 10, y as 7 and z as 3. Right. Now here x plus, let me find the sum, x plus y plus z, that is minus 10 plus 7 plus 3 equals 2. So this comes to 0, isn't it? That means x plus y plus z is 0. In the above result, that is in the 13th problem, we got that when x plus y plus z equals to 0, then if x plus y plus z is 0, then x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. That this we have proved it in the 13th problem. So that we will apply. We got x plus y plus z as 0. So we can write here x cube. X cube is, our x is minus 10 whole cube plus y cube is 7 cube plus z cube is 3 cube is equal to 3 into minus 10 into 7 into 3. So this value is equal to this. No need of doing the cubes, that is actual multiplication, but we are only using the identity. Now here 7 3 is 21, 21 3 63. So 63 into 10 minus 630 is the value. Okay, that's it. Now we will see here the similar way. X value I'll take it as minus just 1 by 2, y value 1 by 3 and z value as minus 5 by 6. We have to take the minus sign because in the identity we don't have minus before. Okay, so we have to take this z value along with the minus. Okay, right. Now here we will apply this the same thing here. X plus, let us check x plus y plus z, how much it is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 minus 5 by 6. If you take the LCM, you get it as 0. Okay, about 5 minus 5 divided by 6, that is 0. So here if this is 0, if x plus y plus z is 0, then what do we have? X cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. So that we will write. So x cube, y cube, z cube is the question here. That is equal to 3 into x value is 1 by 2, y value is 1 by 3 into z value is minus 5 by 6. So cancel off 3. So this comes to minus 5 by 12 is the final value. So this value, this is the question part, okay. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 3 gets cancelled, minus 5 by 12. Please pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next one. Give possible expressions for length and breadth of rectangle whose areas is given by this expression, okay. This is the area of the rectangle. Now we have to give a possible expression for the length and breadth. We know that the area of a rectangle is L into B. So let us factorize this into the form of L into B, so that we get the length and the breadth. Here clearly if you see, this is of degree 2. The highest power of the variable A is 2. Okay, that is degree 2. It is a quadratic equation. Even this is a quadratic equation. Now how do we solve the quadratic equation? We have learned in the previous sessions. Now we will do splitting the middle term method. Doing it by splitting the middle term. So factorizing here, first we have to multiply the extremes. Product of the extremes is minus 12a square. I'll split it such that it should sum up to 4a. So here I can take it as 6a and 2a. Okay, 6 to 12 you get. So here if I take both minus and minus, no, here if you take this positive and this negative, you get it as plus 4a. Okay, if you sum up you get 4a, the middle term. If you multiply you get the product of the extremes. Likewise you have to split. So 4a square is plus 6a minus 2a minus 3. So I have split the middle term into 6a and 2a. So in these two I can take 2a common. So 2a plus 3 is remain. Here nothing is common, but minus 1 I can take it out. So 2a plus 3. So in these two terms we can take 2a plus 3 common. So the remaining is 2a minus 1. So here we got this expression is given as the area. So this area I have split into the factors. Now this is in the form of L into B. They are the products. So here one is the length and one is the breadth. Right. Now here let's see the second one. Okay. Here product of extremes 12, 25. So you get 300 a square. Now we'll split this to such that we get 35. So how do we get? So minus 20a and minus 15a. Let's check here. If so, this comes to minus 35a. Right. If you multiply plus 300a square. So likewise we have to split 25a square minus 20a minus 15a plus 12. Right. Take common in first two. First two common you can take 4. I can take 5a common here. So this is 5a minus 4. Here I can take 3. Right. Minus 3 I can take. So this comes to 5a minus 4. So 5a minus 4 we can take common here. So that comes to 5a minus 3 here. So we got this expression in the form of something into something. These are the factors. So this is one is the length and one is the breadth. So we have the possible expressions we got. These expressions are the linear expressions which are the length and the breadth. Pause the video and note what are the possible polynomial expressions for the dimensions of the cuboids whose volumes are given. So the previous problem, areas of the rectangle given, here the volume of the cuboid. Now the volume of the cuboid is L into B into H. So we have to get this expression into the form of 3 multiples, something L into B into H. So we will deduce that. Now here if you see, this is a cubic equation. Now something is common here, that will take it out. So 3 is common, 3x is common, right? So I can take x square minus 4, right? So this is x square minus 4. Now clearly this is in the form of a square minus b square, that is nothing but a plus b and a minus b, right? So these are L, B, H. So we have reduced into the form of the polynomial expressions, monomial, binomial and binomial. They are all multiplied. So the volume of a cuboid is L into B into H. Now here we'll go for the second one. Here's the common thing we can take out is 4. Right. If I take 4 common, so 3y square plus 2y minus 5. Right. Here. Now, this is a quadratic equation. Let's do the product of the extremes and we will split the middle term. Minus 15y square So 15 I can write it as 5y, 3y, right? And we have 2y if you do. So this should be positive and this should be negative. So this comes to, if you add them you get 2y, if you multiply you get minus 15. So this is, again we can write it as 3y square plus 5y minus 3y minus 5. Right. Now from the two terms, take the common thing. Here nothing is common, so y I can take, so 3y plus 5. Now here, so minus y I can take, so 3y plus 5. So let us write this round brackets. Okay. Let us make into round brackets. Now here we can take 3y plus 5 common. So the remaining is y minus 1. So the final answer, so we have split this into the factors. So we have split it into the factors. So that is L into B into H. We got the expression. Pause the video and note it down. The last problem in this exercise, if 2 multiplied by a square plus b square equal to a plus b whole square, show that a equal to b here. Here we will open the bracket in the LHS part. So this becomes 2a square plus 2b square. Okay. Now here, this is in the form of a plus b whole square. We will expand it. This is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Right. Here. Now we'll bring this a square and b square to the LHS side. So that comes to 2a square plus 2b square minus a square minus b square equal to 2ab. Right. That is equal to 2ab. So 2a square minus a square. 2a square minus a square is a square plus 2b square minus b square is plus b square. So that is equal to 2ab we got. So shift this to this side. So a square plus b square minus 2ab equals to 0. So this is in the form of a minus b whole square. Right. A minus b whole square equals to 0. That means a minus b equal to 0. Therefore, a is equal to b. That we have proved. We have to show a must be equal to b. So, with this, please pause and note it down. And with this, we have completed the whole exercise as well as the chapter is completed. Hope you have understood the chapter well. Do practice the sums. Only few problems I had given for you to practice. Do practice those problems. And from the introductory part till the 16 video lessons, do practice them. Hope you have understood them. So let us see with a new chapter in our next video session. Thank you all.